teaching mind, touching heart and transforming lives. Namaskar. I am Smriti Kumari Yadav, the mentor of Team 360 organization, and through the help of this video we are going to share about learning styles and know what learning styles truly means and how does it help us to create that extremely beautiful learning experience, how it can help us to study smartly, how can it help us to learn effectively. Before talking about the learning style, let us discuss about the learning. What does learning truly means? To me, learning basically means adding new information to our brain. Learning about something means understanding a particular topic in a deeper way or in a more profound way. That is learning to me. Adding new information to our brain requires strong neural connection, and for that we need a brain that is going to help us to convert the external information into our memory and help us to memorize things and understand things in a deeper way. The brain consists of 5 important lobes, that are occipital lobe, temporal lobe, parietal lobe, frontal lobe and the prefrontal lobe. The main work of frontal lobe and prefrontal lobes are about the thinking and the taking action process that comes in a later process of learning. But first, when it comes to the feeding information from external to in our brain, that requires 3 most important lobes, that are the occipital lobes that help us to make our learning experience amazing with the help of vision, the temporal lobe that helps us through the senses of hearing, and the parietal lobe that help us to understand things through the help of the movement. And these 3 lobes are most important lobes that help us to feed new information into our brain and help us to memorize and learn things in a more deeper and profound way. And all these learning capabilities of these lobes are divided into 3 learning styles, and they are the audio learners or audio learning style, visual learners or visual learning style, kinesthetic learner or kinesthetic learning styles. What does this really mean is, when a person is a audio learner, the temporal lobe of the person is much stronger, that the temporal lobe of that person has stronger neural connection as compared to occipital lobe or parietal lobe. When it comes to a kinesthetic learner, his or her parietal lobe is much stronger than the occipital lobe or the temporal lobe. When it comes to the visual learner, his or her hearing capacity is weaker, his or her movement capacity is weaker as compared to his or her vision capacity. That student or that individual is known as visual learner. Do we really learn from only one senses, the senses of movement or the senses of vision or the senses of hearing only? No, we learn from all these 3 senses. All these 3 lobes are helping us to learn a particular topic or any topic, for instance. But when a person learns from the style that is most preferred to him or her, it will make his or her studying experience much easier. That individual will have a very greater experience of learning if they try to learn according to the lobes or according to the neural connections that are much comfortable according to his or her brain structure. Now, how do we actually know our learning styles? How do we know the structure of our brain? How do we know whether we have a stronger neural connection in the occipital lobe, the temporal lobe, parietal lobe or any other lobe? How do we know all of these things? For that, the Team 360 organization has came with a program named DMIT test, the Dermatoglyphic Multiple Intelligence Test. This test helps us to know the strengths of an individual, the brain structure of that individual, to help us to know the neural connection that individual is born with. which further help us to know his or her learning style. Either he or her is audio learner, visual learner, or kinesthetic learner. And once we know all of that, we can guide that person to learn accordingly, so that he or she could have a very beautiful learning experience. Now, if we talk about audio learners, these kind of learners have a very stronger temporal lobe. The neural connection in that lobe is much stronger. So if this person activates the temporal lobe, the learning experience for him or her will be much easier. Audio learners can use the audiobooks to learn. He or she can have group discussion. He or she can ask his lecturer or teacher to verbally teach him, which is gonna help the temporal lobe to get activated to understand the information more easily. This portion is, the audio learners are listeners. They are very good listeners and they understand things by listening. When it comes to visual learner, they understand things by looking or actually visualizing the things. If a visual learner studies by the help of diagrams, mind maps, graphics like pie chart, bars, all of this stuff, that person understands that topic very easily. That visual learners should prefer animated videos. He or she should coordinate his or her notes with color coordination. And when it comes to the kinesthetic learner, that person should have summary notes. He or she can have keywords for all the important topics. He or she should be involved in the movements while studying. Kinesthetic learner learn by movement. When they actually move while learning, like writing or walking while they actually learn, in that cases the kinesthetic learner gain the information in a very much efficient way. Now, as we have talked about all the audio learners, visual learners and kinesthetic learners and their learning styles, one thing that I want to make very clear is that a person is not only any one of these. A person has all of these lobes and he or she uses all of these learning techniques. However, every individual has a different brain structure, so they have a stronger neural connection depending on their brain lobes, and if they learn according to that, it will help them to study in a much smarter way. Now I would like to talk about the multimodality. It means that we all have all our occipital lobe, temporal lobe and prefrontal lobe. So we will use all the senses to learn, and it will vary from subject to subjects as well. For example, we could use our audio senses when we do our math. For example, we could listen to our background music and do our math problems, whereas while studying science we might use the diagrams. We might like to study by the diagrams. When it comes to chemistry, maybe we like the practical demonstration and then do the learning. The whole learning process and learning styles differs from person to person, from subject to subject, and even from time to time. It might change as we grow. So we should really understand what are going to help us to create that amazing learning experience for us. Thus, you should not strictly follow only one studying method or learning style. You could experiment with all of these and choose or create a learning style or create a learning schedule or guide that you prefer the most, that is helpful to you the most. Now, as we have discussed all of this point, the main purpose of this video is completed. You have understood about learning style, how they work and how to use all of those to create an amazing learning experience for yourself. Now, if you have any queries related to the DMIT test and how does that work, you can contact us. Or if you have any queries related to learning style and how to use that in order to create a learning experience for yourself, you can contact us. Or if you have any further questions or things that you have not understood, then you can comment down below so that we could help you. Wishing you all a very beautiful life. Thank you.